Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my live broadcast number 160, broadcasting live from Auckland, New Zealand. My name is Ki Pio, and I'm addressing the Billion Coin community. Saturday morning here, 10 a.m., and it's going to be a beautiful day. So it's not going to be a problem today, but it's going to be pretty hot. Anyway, I'm going to hurry this broadcast through, and it's an old one. First one is proper process of going full-time in TBC. And we'll just share the screen. Okay, how we make full-time income online. Cash flowing leaders, please meet with the individuals on your team one-on-one and discuss this article with them. By bringing a balance between the following three parties will lead to explosive exponential TBC community growth. Unlocking the value contained in our TBC wallets by the end of the year 2019. Number 1, TBC cash flowing leaders. Number 2, sponsors. Number 3, new members. In order to earn daily cash flow in TBC, at least one or two activities must happen daily on a consistent basis, sponsoring and or partnering. We would open the eyes of our newest members that a full-time income can be earned in TBC as early as the first week after joining us. One or two transactions a day can make that happen. Think about that. Which is better? Work full-time at a job which practically exhausts 50 to 60 hours a week away from home, or stay home and make a full-time income in TBC. Our cash flowing leaders have proven that a full-time income can be earned from home working TBC. They are living the dream. No doubt it is one of the best lifestyles to have. Temptation to access TBC Kringle coins prematurely during redemption periods is very high for the new members joining us at those times. It has always been recommended that new members wait until the redemption period is almost over before completing the Redeem Now process. Obviously, collecting as many cookies as possible during the whole redemption period is advised before clicking the Redeem Now button. But what is more important is having enough quality training completed before earning cookies into TBC Kringle coins. We are in what is called the billionaire zone, and that means it is very common for members to become quick TBC millionaires once they complete the redemption process. This zone also means we are still in the early stages of developing our TBC economy, and these coins are less spendable now compared to how spendable they will be in the later or final stages of rolling out a TBC economy. Members that don't understand these stages are easily confused by what they see the value indicates in their TBC wallets, compared to the usefulness of TBC Kringle coins at this time. This is a rollout. We are under development, complete value in our TBC wallets is not currently 100% unlocked. We are in the distribution phase now and not in the economic phase yet. Without proper quality training, new members can sour quickly and become burdensome to the whole TBC community. We want to breed success. We don't want to breed trolls. Sponsors really need to stick close to cash flowing leaders while they are bringing in new members. Solid partnerships need to be formed between cash flowing leaders and sponsors below them. We have a decent group of cash flowing leaders that have been with TBC for years now, and what they have to offer is really priceless. Sponsors need to recognize that and happily share the profits with these leaders, 50-50%. Demanding a leader's time without compensation to that leader does not work. Here's how it works. New members become sponsors as early as their first day in TBC, while we encourage fast duplication. Waiting for something to happen doesn't put money in anybody's pocket, so action is required. Sponsors turn into cash flowing leaders, and there is no set time for when that happens. Many factors combine together to determine how fast a sponsor can turn into cash flowing leader. Cash flowing leaders already know how to successfully sponsor consistently and earn income from that, but they also learn how to duplicate themselves through partnerships with others that mainly focus on the activity of sponsoring. Inside of these partnerships is ongoing training. It is one thing to sponsor your friends and family that are close to you, and another thing to know how to prospect people you don't know yet and sponsor them. Out of the two groups of people, which is bigger, the people you know or the people you don't know? Obviously, the larger group is the people you don't know. A cash flowing leader knows how to sponsor these kinds of people all day long, every day. Join.me is absolutely the best tool to use to bring all three parties together in balance. The transition script explains the process clearly. Once a sponsor has activated the new member to use the invitation script while following the instructions in the transition script, then it is the best time to invite the cash flowing leader to come into the Join.me session. That the new member set up as well as the sponsor's entire rally team. Excuse me. Cheerleading takes place inside of the Join.me session, while coordination of leading a rally team to participate in Join.me session takes place inside of the rally team group chat. At the end of the transition script, the new member will complete a transaction for themselves, and most equitable party to send the Kringle coin should be the cash flowing leader, and then a 50% commission is immediately paid out to the sponsor. This keeps the partnership alive. All team transactions should be done this way until the sponsor has enough training to go full time and play the role of cash flowing leader. Sponsors can certainly expect a decent amount of one-on-one time with the cash flowing leader in order to get the training completed. But sponsors should expect plenty of homework to do, as the cash flowing leader will point out the tools located mostly in this blog to you to have adequate material for their discussions. So there's absolutely no need for a sponsor to be bumping around in the dark when they certainly have access to proven and experienced cash flowing leaders here in TBC. Let me run through a 3-day experience and how this should work. Let's look at this from the point of view of a cash flowing leader. It's Monday, and you sponsor John, and you're taking John through the steps of the transition script. You already have a rally team put together that mostly consists of TBC broadcasters standing by to assist you. John signs up his mother, named Mary, and his best friend, Brian. You and your rally team congratulate John for this rapid reward achievement inside John's joined off me session. John is feeling very good. Now John is led through the steps to complete this first transaction with you, and you keep 100% of the profit because John is your recruit. John wants to collect a 100 million cookie reward by helping Mary and Brian, who each get 2 immediate paid recruits. Joined up me sessions are scheduled for Tuesday for both Mary and Brian. Mary signs up her husband, Mac, John's father, and her best friend Sue on her joined up me session. Even though John is the sponsor of Mary, he already has a partnership agreement with you, the cash flowing leader, once you discuss this article here together. So when Mary does her transaction for herself, you are the one providing the Kringle coins to Mary, and then you pay John a 50% commission. Your rally team participated in Mary's joined up me session, and everyone is feeling the excitement that comes from helping new members duplicate. Effectively, John borrowed your rally team. The same process happens when Brian, as he signs up his sister Jane and his co-worker Tim. So on Tuesday, both of you and John partnered on the same transaction of Mary and Brian. All joined up me sessions are set up on Wednesday for Mac, Sue, Jane, and Tim. John is not a proven cash flow leader, so he is not placed in your rally team group chat on Messenger, but you do individually invite him into the joined up me session of these 4 new members. Mary and Brian are there too because they are the sponsors of these 4 people. You have spent some one-on-one time with Mary and Brian to review this article here and set up a partnership agreement with each of them. One-on-one time is like 5 to 10 minutes each, just to make it clear that it will take time and study to complete a training process, and that TBC has so much to offer them over time, and that we do follow a proven system that works and this article touches on that. And on Wednesday, with the assistance of your rally team, each of these 4 new members sign up to, each for a total of 8 recruits, and the 4 do their transactions with you, and you pay commissions to Mary and Brian according to your partnership agreement with each of them. John earned 100 million cookies and has become a future TBC billionaire, and they're very happy about that. Now, it is time to encourage John to keep on sponsoring new members and to continue training with you until he gets to the point he can keep everything going all by himself and becomes a cash flow leader and a full-timer in the TBC community. At that point, during the redemption period, he can go ahead and redeem his cookies. It is best to wait for a redemption period for going full-time in TBC, even though a full-time income can be earned as a sponsor working with a cash-flowing leader, just from the commission earned. Billions of people have never heard of TBC, so we have plenty of people to talk to and share the gift with them. The temptation to quickly redeem the cookies earned as rapid rewards should be discouraged. This will create unnecessary conflict between the new member and the cash flow leader. Partnerships keep things balanced while a new member is assessing the time of a cash flowing leader. These leaders don't give their time away for free. Cash flow leaders in TBC have enough TBC experience to handle all kinds of objections that naturally come up during the sponsoring process. New members need to be aware that experience comes over time, and people learn new things at their own speed. 100% sounds better than 50%, but the truth is 50% plus training is better than 100% without. Right, I'm just going to run into to this year's 2019 promo cookie rewards, and that should be me for the day. So I'll just bring up that post. 2019 promo cookie rewards poster. So these are all the different tiers. Now, for the ones that you recruit or refer, if they can't afford a 1 or 40 grain transaction, which is 100 fraction over $100 US at this stage, then they can make up 40 grains by going through these smaller tiers, which you see from the top start from 4, goes right down to 36. And you can pick and choose whichever tier you want to use just to bring your max up to 40 grain. That's entirely up to you. Right, as January 2019 comes to quick close, we have converted the holiday promo to the 2019 promo. How long will this promo last? Will last until we put all of that 111 billionaire position at the top of the 10 by 9 matrix. This is really a 10 by 10 matrix. There's the original one is the cake, and that started out as a 10 by 10. This is really the 10 by 10 because you are the 10th person in that matrix. So they call it now 10 by 9 matrix. You are the 10th. All you need is holding one whole TBC coin qualifies you to be one of TBC billionaires. It will be 1,000 times harder to acquire Kringles in the distribution phase once all of those billionaire positions are filled. So go your hardest, because you don't, in this promo, you don't have to be a broadcaster to earn one whole coin. But being a broadcaster is an advantage anyway. When you broadcast, you get the untold cookies by broadcasting, obviously, and attending all of the 8 button meetings that is going on in TBC right now. I don't know how many qualified billionaires there are right now. Don't make the mistake of believing that today's growth pattern will also be the same for tomorrow ongoing. We achieved so much in 2018 to relieve people of their doubts about TBC. The lawfulness of TBC operating free from government and regulation is clear to anyone that reads the public notice. The goodness of TBC is unquestioned when you read the Kringle mission statement. And you'll find them at the logins of your back office where you logged in. It's got the merchants there, and then the public at the top right hand in the public notice. Just click on either of them and you don't have to log in. And have a read at the public notice and the mission statement. Right now, the merchant listing shows the seriousness TBC is taking towards the use of Kringles as a medium of exchange for goods and services globally. The fact that we are still here 3 years later demonstrates our durability. So, expect hundreds of daily sign-ups turn into thousands of daily sign-ups, and then tens of thousands of daily sign-ups as we grow exponentially in 2019 and quickly fill all of the billionaire positions. Accumulative transaction. Hope you all know the meaning of the word accumulate. It means you are not stuck on the first transaction you do in TBC. You're locked into your 2019 promo cookie rewards. Even if your first transaction was only 4 grains, you can do additional transactions that will add an additional 36 grains to maximize this promo. So it will all accumulate until you max out at 40 grains. No worries to get started. Just get in where you put in. Whatever you can afford, then later you can add to it. Transaction cookie rewards. 4 grain will get you 100,000 cookies, while 8 grains get you 250,000 cookies. If you do several small transactions, the reward is the same as though you did one large transaction. For example, if you did 10 4-grain transactions, you will get 100 million cookies. Now, for those who don't know, 100 million cookies is one whole TBC coin. Cookies the same if you did one 40-grain transaction. So One way or another, all members are encouraged to do a 40-grain transaction to maximize the benefits to all. Per referral cookie reward. The more you do in transactions, the more the cookies you will receive when you sponsor others to join TBC. This will not work retroactively. Think of this like a ladder. You get rewarded for your referrals based on the run you are on this ladder. If you are on a 4-grain run of the ladder when you sponsor your first referral, then you will get 1 million cookies for that referral. Then, let's say you were on a 20-grain run of the ladder. When you sponsored your second referral, you will get 5 million cookies for your second referral, but you will not get an extra 4 million cookies retroactively for your first referral. Notice the keyword in that last sentence. The 40-grain run rewards 10 million cookies per referral. So do your best to get up to this run as fast as you can and sponsor like mad dogs while this 2019 promo lasts. Right. I'm just going to stop sharing right now. I'm just getting out of the sun. And I'll come back live. Well, there we go. Brother Shohag, how are you? And Brother Reserve, oh my gosh. Brother Darren, how's your weather down your way, Brother Darren? We've got a beautiful day up here in Auckland. So I expect it to be like this all around New Zealand. And there's also 3 others watching. You're most welcome to watch all the broadcasts, all the broadcasters that do broadcast anyway. I think we really should be out there supporting all the other broadcasts where we can and when we can, and I think it's a good thing. But a little bit slow on the blogs from admin, so we just got to mix and match our blog posts, and hope it fits in, and hope that a lot of new ones or new referrals are watching so they can catch on to what is really happening in TBC. I think our growth is going well. Remember, we have the Bitcoin competition going in, and also the big heavy hitter one, which is finding 1,000 referrals in 1 calendar month. That's an effort and a half, but it's not impossible. And there's, I believe there's big rewards for that one, something like 30% of admin's Bitcoin. That, well, however they pay it out. Anyway, I think it's up to a max of 30% of the total in admin. I don't know how they pay that out. But anyway, also I forgot my wife, my moderator, and so much for the rest of you. Thank you so much once again. And I'll be broadcasting live again on Sunday night, 9 p.m. It's a different time. It's a night time in New Zealand. And in the weekend, have peace. Go with peace. I mean, New Zealand right now is calming down, so we're all bit, bit shocked what happened a week ago or over a week ago. That's not New Zealand. It is not New Zealand at all. Anyway, God bless you all. Go with peace and see us on 9, 9 p.m. Sunday afternoon or evening, NZDT time, 9 p.m. Thank you.